Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Mythlok with your host, Nitin Nair. Before we begin today's episode, a quick request to all of you who are listening to this podcast or watching the video on YouTube. More than 95% of our viewers and listeners have not subscribed or followed our channel. Please click the subscribe button on YouTube or any other relevant button on the platform that you are listening to this on and help us grow the channel to reach out a lot more people who are interested in the subject of mythology. The more subscribers we get, the better videos we are able to produce and more research time that we can invest in our journey to bring together all the mythologies from around the world. Thank you so much. And now to the video. In our last episode, we were exploring different serpentine gods and demigods from Indian mythology, and we figured it would be a good thing to drop in on another mythology that we haven't focused on for quite a while. This is Korean mythology from South Korea in particular, and we will be looking at the goddess that's associated with the kitchen, household, fire, and the stove. This is Jowangshin. The goddess of fire and the hearth in Korean mythology is known as Jowangshin. Housewives typically continue the rituals performed in her honor because she was the goddess of the hearth. Although she is no longer worshipped, she is still one of the most well-known Korean deities. In Korean mythology, Jowangshin is regarded as the Gasin goddess of fire and the hearth. She is similar to goddesses such as Hestia and Vesta from Greco-Roman mythology. Jowangshin, who has been underwater for many years, is believed to be able to control fire, water, and ice together. This aspect of her being is similar to that of a kitchen goddess. The main food of Koreans is steamed rice, which requires both fire and water to produce. As Jowangshin is believed to be the goddess of the kitchen and the hearth, she is usually depicted as a young Korean wife. In certain myths, she takes the form of an old crone who helps people. She is protective of the home and warm center, and she is often seen as a friendly and helpful goddess who loves to gossip with other housewives in the kitchen. Jowangshin, the goddess of the kitchen, hearth, and fire, was created by Cheonjiwang to atone for her time spent in the icy lake. As a result of No Iljade hanging herself in the restroom, Chekushin was born. It was frowned upon in Korean culture to place the bathroom next to the kitchen or to have the bathroom door open towards the kitchen because of Chekushin's feud with Jowangshin. Jowangshin is known by different names such as Joshin, which means kitchen goddess, Jowangashi, meaning a woman who is the king of the kitchen, while Jowangdaeshin is another name that means a great goddess and the king of the kitchen. Another popular name is Butumakshin, which means goddess in the hearth. The water bowl that was kept on a clay altar above the fireplace was thought to represent Jowangshin. Every morning at dawn, the housewife kneeled in front of the bowl, filled it with fresh water from a nearby well, and wished for luck. South Korea had a particularly advanced Jowangshin ritual. Each festival also included tteok, which is a rice cake and fruits in a way of honoring Jowangshin. Housewives were required to abide by the following 5 rules because Jowangshin was thought to record household events and broadcast them to heaven. These 5 rules included: when near a hearth, avoid using curse words. Don't sit on the fireplace. Keep your feet off the hearth. Keep the kitchen spotless. In the kitchen, you can adore different gods. The worship of Jowangshin is no longer prevalent in Korean society, and unlike many of the other ancient gods, not many temples exist. However, stories of Jowangshin are still told through various art forms in South Korea. The ever-expanding universe of South Korea's sitcoms or television series, especially with the spread of OTT, has led to a revival of ancient gods and characters from mythology, and we are really looking forward to one wherein we can see how Jowangshin really influenced life in ancient, or more interestingly, in modern Korea. A goddess of the kitchen or the household is something that is not very common, especially if we look at Western mythologies. But in Southeast Asia and in India, the kitchen is given a very high amount of respect because of the fact that it is the place from where life-nourishing food is made and served to the people of the household. This concept is something that we should all probably imbibe in our modern day lives as well. We will be looking if we can find other kitchen deities and bring them to you in the near future as well on Mythlok. This is your host, Nitin Nair, signing out by reminding you once again that Mythlok is the home of mythology.